Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's edition of the 5D News. We are December 16th already, so the end of 2025 is approaching. Sophie, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you so much for everybody that ordered their own reading for 2026. I think that's the product that everybody was waiting for, if I'm judging by your comments. So thank you so much for everybody ordering it. I cannot wait to look at the next year, what it's going to be. I know 2025 was a very big year, but I cannot see what is going to be 2026.
So this is super interesting. So of course, if you'd like your own personal predictions, the link will be down below. And Sophie is already very busy. So if you'd like your predictions to be delivered in December, I would strongly advise you to book as early as you can. If not, it's going to be probably in the beginning of January, depending on where you are in the queue. So yeah, it's a long anticipated reading for your personal predictions, which is a 30-minute video. But this episode is going to be also about what is coming up, and we're going to talk about also like what did happen in 2025 on the soul level, and then transitioning into 2026. What can we expect? And we're going to take also more of a spiritual approach to everything. This is 5D News, right? So we don't want to dive into too much of the projected shadows, let's say, on the collective. We want to have an uplifting show. So as much as we can, this is what we're going to do. And we're also going to pre-record those shows for the next 2 weeks so that you guys can have some entertainment for December 23rd, December 30th. And those two shows are going to be all about 2026 predictions. So the first one is going to be about people, what are like public figures, politicians, celebrities, what is going to happen with them in 2026 and different events. And then, or corporations too, social media, we're going to look at many different companies. It's going to be very fun. And also for the one on December 30th, we're going to look at countries. And also I took all of your notes in the comments from the last episode. So I have listed many countries that you guys have asked us to look into. So this is going to be December 30th, and we're going to look at each country, what's going to happen in 2026. So without further ado, let's start this show. So I wanted to start by asking you, Sophie, about Capricorn season. So as of December 21st, so this weekend, this Sunday, this is the solstice. And with the Capricorn solstice, we're also diving into Capricorn season. So I know we already checked the solstice, the particular day and energy of the solstice, but then Capricorn is here for a month. And Capricorn is more of a denser energy because it's ruled by Saturn, the planet of boundaries, of limitations, delays, hard work, discipline, but also like it's a necessary planet and a necessary energy of ambition, drive, of reaching your goals. So can we look at what is going to be happening for this Capricorn season? What is going to be the energy of it?
Okay.
And maybe the best guidance if the cards want also to let us know what to do.
We have Resurrection as the very first card, and it talks about I will inspire your transformation.
Okay.
Let's see the next cards. We have Desire. Then we have the Mountain, which is delays, obstacles, and persistence. And we're going to use tarot as well.
Interesting also that the mountain is also an analogy of Capricorn in astrology.
Really?
Yeah, climbing a mountain, and the mountain goat is also the symbol associated with Capricorn.
Oh, wow.
So it's like it talks about like you need stamina in order to reach your goals, which are at the top of the mountain. It's not like an easy process, you know, yeah.
At the top of the mountain, there is this connection with the light. So it's a little bit like shadow work.
It can also be like we're reaching some kind of like ending or approaching the realization of a goal for some people. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see with tarot cards, what are the 3 cards? So we have the Magician. We have the 4 of Wands. And we have the Ace of Cup. So yes, it seems like there is going to be a big recreation of your reality with Resurrection and the Magician. It's very intense, very powerful, and it is asking you to keep also your vision of what you want in mind, because Magician is manifestation. Magician is going to ask you, if you don't know what you want, you're going to have something, of course, that is going to come from the universe on what you need to go through in order to go to the right place. But the Magician is as above, so below. So what you're thinking, what you're manifesting, what you are absorbing on a day-to-day is going to create your new reality. So you can be the master of it by manifesting what you really want to create during this transition. That's, for me, is talking about the next year, more than the month that is coming up, more than the season of the Capricorn itself. But I think that in that season, we are building up that manifestation of the new reality that we want, our new foundation, the place of living, what we want in the house, the career, the partners, children, pets, whatever you want in the house, whatever you want to have as a foundation for your life. And we can see that there is a brand new beginning that is coming. And of course, like we said, there is this beam of light at the top. So in this Capricorn season, it talks about how it is a marathon and not a sprint. And that's Capricorn energy, how your hard work for a long time is building up to this new reality. And it's not going to be a sprint of, okay, I'm going to do everything right for a week and I'm going to have what I want. It's really to maintain this, to introduce new habits, to change your diet, for example, to change your routine, meditate, to start with real effort and to start with real change, to have this new life coming up, this brand new beginning. And it feels like a clean slate.
Ooh, I like that. And I was also wondering, because we were asking for Capricorn season, which spans from the 21st of December until the 19th, I believe, of January. And you said like, oh yeah, but I think it's also talking about the whole next year, which is a year 1 in numerology. So that makes sense that we're building the new foundations. But Capricorn season seems to be very pivotal and very foundational as to what we're manifesting, starting to build or manifest into our reality. Right. And it transitions into my next question. So this is the new 2026 Astro Calendar that I just released for next year, which is super interesting. So you're going to see that January 1st in 2026 is, of course, the 1-1 portal, which is usual. But because it's a 1 year, it's going to be the 1-1-1 portal. And I know in past shows, you've been saying with the cards that New Year's is not a portal of manifestation like society is telling us that it is, because it's based on the Gregorian calendar. It's not based on any kind of astrological event. But I feel like this year could maybe differ. So can we look at this 1-1-1 portal, and what's the energy of this portal?
Okay, we have ghosting.
Okay, maybe I was too excited about it.
I have a big fear of facing you. That's the first card. It's the first card. It's okay. The Temptress, seduction. And the Garden, celebration. All right. So that so far it says that it doesn't have the power of the real new year, but if you are, so far it says, if you are in the right mood with the celebration, if you are in the right vibration, it can. Which
is also like interesting, the Temptress card, because you know in tarot how Capricorn is associated with the devil, because Capricorn can be a very it's a mountain goat, so you can be achieving a lot of success, but also comes with the other side of the coin, which can be falling for power, money, like all the devil side of being at the top of the mountain. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think like this card is kind of alluding to that. Like there could be extremes or temptation with those goals being maybe, let's say, fulfilled for some people, or having like maybe some kind of test. I don't know how you see that.
It's very, very strange. The rest of the card, what you're saying, it makes sense. We have the ghosting with the 7 of Wands, which is an indication of like, even with this, you know, it's the language, the body language of like stop, back off, and we have no with the defense mechanism. But
and
then,
also Capricorn, sorry, Saturn is the planet, well, ruling Capricorn is the planet of saying no.
Yeah.
Putting boundaries.
Yeah. So to go back to what we saw just before, it seems like this is a month of like trying to be on the right change, the right habits, the right diets, the right routine, saying no to any excess devil energy, bring to stop with the temptation devil, like you said, and to bring balance into your life. How does it talk about this 111 portal? Well, it says that if you're able to do this with the joy of, it says celebration, we have the sun, which is a joy. If you're able to do all of this new routine, this Saturn energy of having this discipline, but you're able to have the joy because you know what is coming and to manifest your goal. So meaning, okay, I'm cutting out the sugar because I want to have a better health, or I am sacrificing my play on the screen in order to be more in my center, to have better intuition. If you know what your goal are, the 111 portal with the right sacrifice, Saturn, please, you're going to be able to manifest. But that asks you some kind of sacrifice.
Yeah, to be more in line with what you truly want to manifest, on the right track of not falling into the excess of anything, which is hard because usually the holidays are kind of a time of excess for a lot of us.
Yeah.
With sugar, with food, with alcohol, and
expenses,
like consuming. So I guess I guess it changes for like if you were able to follow some kind of balance. Hey. If you were able to follow some kind of balance, I guess the 111 portal can be different, or act
so
as
you need to find joy outside of those things, outside of the expenses, of the alcohol, of the sugar, of the fat, or whatever. You need to find joy outside of it. So it needs to be more of a long-term goal, happiness, than a short-term goal.
Okay, interesting. Let us know what you think. But I think this year of 111, the New Year's, is certainly interesting in terms of numerology. And of course, a lot of people have asked me when the calendar was about to be released. So finally, my big work of love is ready. It took me quite a little bit of time to gather together all the astrological events of 2026. And also I made up a emoji legend, so it's not too hard for people to understand what days are good for certain things, what days are not so good. If you don't know all the secrets of astrology. So I tried to make it as simple as possible, easily printable, and I received a lot of really positive feedback regarding this. So it's out now. There is a 10% off discount until December 31st only, and the code will be down below with Astro 2026. Okay, let's continue our journey here. Okay, this is a good one. So there is a lot of talk on social media right now, on internet in general, about how we're transitioning from the year of the snake, which was 2025. And I see so many people complaining about like, oh my God, it has been so hard. Like, it's like shedding your skin after shedding your skin. And I read your comments also down below our video. So I know you guys went through it also. And I know like every new year we're excited because you're like, yeah, it's going to be my year. But when we stepped into this year, we knew, first of all, that it was a year 9 in astrology, which is all about completing big cycles, clearing karma, healing stuff, finishing big chapters, and the year of the snake, which is the year of healing, of also death and rebirth. Okay, so that being said, now we're transitioning from the year of the snake until the year of the fire horse, which is all about moving forward, experimenting new things, about optimism, about, moving forward, I guess is a general term. So I'd like to know, is there a reward in terms of energetic, let's say, level to go through a year of the snake like we just did?
You mean on top of the fact that we got rid of what was draining our energy for no reason?
Which is a reward in itself, right?
Yeah.
But I'd like to know, like, what's the reward that the universe has in store for us after going through a year of the snake?
Okay. We have Leo.
Wow.
And it says, get ready to shine like never before. Yes. So 2025 was really a year of awakening, was a year of calling light workers to go into their mission. It was really a year of like purging what distractions were there that were removing your light so that you could shine through, so you could be really where you belong and using your energy and your resources the right way that you were supposed to. I know it's very tough. I know we're creature of the habits. We like things to be secure, safe, and plan. And of course, all of this. But 2025 was a year that was really useful for everybody, and no matter what. And the year 2026, the reward is to shine your light more. So maybe the circumstances are going to show up why you went through what you went through, opportunities. Maybe you're going to see, okay, well, all of this prepared me to be able to stand on my own, to maybe public talk, people's public speaking is not easy. So those things are those things come from heartache and tough things.
And just by the way, if you hear some sound in the background, Sophie has construction on the street, so it's not you, it's not your imagination.
No, I'm the lucky one.
Yeah, thank you for bearing with us. Okay, interesting. So it really it's all about like being able to really shine our light and also use our energy in a more efficient way so that we can truly bring our real gifts to the collective. Okay. Well, this is a great reward. I just want to say.
Yeah, absolutely. But
you can keep yourself on
no?
This one. It's not that bad.
Okay. I really think that we went through it. A lot of people have been really going through it in 2025. But like everything, you're going to look back at a certain point and say, okay, that was needed. It's just that right away, it's not easy sometimes.
Yeah. In the process of like, you're like, can this end? But it's necessary, as you said. And yeah, for me, like, of course, in the moment of going through all those transformation and transitions, I was just like, oh my God, can we just like, chill and have a good time and be successful and have our loved one around us. But yeah, I understand like how on a soul level, like our higher self is like, yay, like super proud of us at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine said something that I really like. It's through all of the difficulties, remind yourself and say that out loud if you need to when it happens, that everything is working in your favor for your highest good at all time. You may not see it in the moment, but everything is working for the right reason for your highest good.
Yeah, definitely. And with divine timing. Yeah. Okay, so I noticed that a lot of people around me were sick, and here, of course, we're having winter, so it's usually kind of the traditional deal with the weather, and it's colder than other months of December. but I feel like it's a notch more than usual.
Mhm.
So I'd like to, have you noticed that as well?
Yes. So where I'm at, it's not cold, and people are sick also a lot.
So it might also be things that they're spraying or other things, or so I'd like to ask the card, like, is there a common reason why a lot of people are sick these days? Is it maybe the strong energies of Pisces that are weakening the immune system? Is it something else? Is it planned? Is it natural? Is it a purging natural process? Let's look at the cards.
Well, I don't know if you heard, but they are blaming that it's a new virus here, at least.
No, I'm not really aware. I don't watch the news.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what it is.
Let's see.
Okay. So something coming from the air.
Okay.
Yeah, from the air.
Okay. And like its head is disappearing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. What would you like to know?
Okay, so it's man-made, it's planned, it's coming from the air. Okay, and can we also know like when Saturn and Neptune are going to move out of Pisces? Yay, finally, because those two planets can not help with all the illnesses, and it's both of them can be weakening the immune system. So when they're finally out of Pisces in February, is it going to get better with our health, immune system wise?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And it says that there's another transit that it will take place that will be really good for health at that time. So I don't know if I think it's more than just they're getting out. I think there's another transit that will help with health.
I would have to check, but I guess it has to do with the equinox, because a bunch of planets are going to be in Aries, and Aries is very strengthening with the physical body.
Yeah, vitality.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Can we ask the cards, what were the biggest collective lessons of 2025? One or maybe more than one, as the cards want to express themselves.
I want to use a dice for this.
Okay.
Let's see. So we have the number 2 in Pisces. Yeah, love, relationship, and money. So I'm going to use a card also, but love, we had tons of, I'm so sorry for the noise. Love was a really big topic of finding who was the real person for you, who were false, cutting out the ties. Pisces really it's energetic. So a lot of karma ties were removed. We were able to shed the skin through the year of snake, because we wanted to evolve and we were tired to be tied down to certain soulmates or partners. So we just shed this skin and we said, enough, I'm removing that cord, I'm leaving you behind. You're not going to show up in this life or the next with me. It could be also not romantic partnership, because it doesn't have to just be partnership. But I'm seeing that it is really relationship in general, but soulmates were there a lot because of Neptune energy, kind of a romanticizing connection and keeping the link very alive in the energetic. So this was worked on, remove when we wanted to. Some could have still refused to do the work, but the work was resurface and you had to make a decision. Do I keep this or do I get rid of it? And in a lot of cases, people got rid of it. Then for the money, a lot of money was lost in 2025. A lot of money was also in circulation. So investment, movement of money was a lot of the year. So you could have spent a lot more. You could have seen that big companies or government or anything spent a lot more. Money was lost from accounts and from people and movement in society. So I'm seeing that those two were really the most.
And Pisces also is the sign of like dissolution.
Yeah.
And 2 is the second sign, which is Taurus. So it can be like, as you say, like money disappearing, or like like having to spend a lot more money than we anticipated.
Yeah, exactly. And we have the devil in the cards and ghosting again. So for the year, honestly, no matter what you think you have lost, you got rid of the evil. You got rid of the bad in your life.
Okay, I like that. I was going to ask another one, but we're going to fast forward since we were talking about money. Let me find my slide, because I know you guys have probably seen, but silver is rising big time. So I'd like to look at, will this trend continue, or is it just like a peak and then will it go down? What's going on? Like, would it stay at this value, or is it temporary?
So right now there's a bubble because people fear the state of money at the moment. So this card of demise says destruction, crumbling, and corruption, and we have the card of anxiety. So it's happening because of politics. It's happening because of the state of the money currently. I don't watch the news also, so this is just from the cards. The crumbling card indicate that it could not be stable, but I'm going to go with 2 cards of tarot just to make sure.
Yeah, I did pull cards honestly today because I wanted to know if it was a good time to sell silver or not. And I also got that, but I'm letting you finish.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to verify. So right now, let me check. I'll share my screen so you guys can see where we are at. So here we are. So this is, let's put 1 month. So right now it's at $63 US, and you see this is a 1 month chart. So it's rising, but like we never know if it's going to come down or will stay in that trend. Go ahead.
I think it will go low. 10 of Swords is there. I think there is a few up and down a little bit, which is normal, and then it will go down.
Yeah, kind of quickly. Okay, so and for people holding silver, will we have to wait a long time before it goes up again in a big way? Yeah.
Purge and nurturing. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think it's like we're talking months, years? What do you think?
Nurturing is like the Queen of Pentacles. So that's a very slow, but it will pay out. But the purge means that it will go down. And the system can also be, the whole money system can also go through a big purge before we can see the real result of it, of the silver going up. Yeah. This is for me a slow growth, but it's Queen of Pentacle. Queen of Pentacle is going to be abundant
and stable and solid for generations. It's just that it needs time to grow.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. So good and bad news here. Sorry, guys. And then let's look at gold. Yeah, what are we talking about here in terms of gold?
My God. Okay, cards are crazy. Helping hand, receptivity, the devil, and the teacher, and ball of fire. Gold is going to go through a big transformation. I think that gold is going to be talked about in the politics in the future years, not like far away, in the future years, about the whole money system.
About like some countries wanting gold to be the base of their currencies.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's going to be the focus. The Sun, the Queen of Pentacles, the Star, the Fool, the Knight of Cup, the Nine of Cup. So some countries are going to say, no, we don't want to have that anymore. Others are going to say, yes. There is going to be a big talk about gold in the future years. I do see that it could be also not replaced fully, but there is going to be the conversation about what can we do instead of gold. It could be silver. It could be a mix of multiple things, but the value is good for a long time of gold, a few years.
Okay. Well, it makes sense also that gold and silver are linked to whatever's happening in the economy, and also dependent on how fast are we having this huge, I don't want to say reset, but yeah, reset of our finances. Okay, let's change topic, and we're going to talk a little bit about Uranus. So Uranus will be entering for good Gemini in April of 2026. So that's one of the big events of next year. So we're going to see major shifts, and also because we are entering into the age of Aquarius and the ruler is Uranus. So Uranus is going to take a lot more importance than it used to be in the past, and also because we have Pluto in Aquarius right now. So the planet of power, of transformation, death, and rebirth, of wealth too. And the dispositor, the ruler of that sign, is Uranus. So the big focus is on this planet. And Uranus is entering Gemini, the sign of social media, of learning, of schooling, of the youth is also Gemini, of also fast communications, messages, online stuff. So I'd like to ask the cards, what does it mean in terms of technological development to have Uranus entering Gemini? Where will we see the most evolution in 2026? What is Uranus and Gemini going to change in terms of technology?
It says like civil war.
Like what? Sorry?
Civil war. It says like the masses will want. It's not at all what you ask, but that's what I have. It says
interesting because some astrologers have said that because they looked at past times when Uranus was in Gemini and did say that there was a civil war every time.
Okay, I'm going to show you the cards why I'm saying this, but just before I lose it, what I'm seeing is really that there is an awakening, like not an awakening in a sense of, okay, you're going to want to have your gifts and your power, but an awakening in like, what are we doing? Like, why are we accepting this? That kind of awakening of the society. We have submissive. We start with the submissive card, which is kind of the past card because it's the first one. It says, I will make you feel powerless. And a lot of us, we feel already this way. We have maturity, ancestor, and health. So something is going to grow where we see that we don't have any power. And what is going to grow? We have aggressivity. And then we have the dead card, release. Like we want something to change. We have slightly dangerous, and we have unconquer, which is the civil war card. So for me, it's
yeah, sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm getting excited.
Go ahead.
Because I'm thinking also about Gemini, which can be technology, social media, and also that kind of social credit score thing in digital ID. And we've seen in past show also that people were going to rebel in masses against that digital control. So could it be what's happening here, that people are rising in the street because they're like, no, that's enough. Like we thought it was going to be harmless at the beginning, maybe when AI was being put out, but now it gets to a point where, and Uranus is also the planet of rebellion, of saying no.
Yeah. I hate to be that kind of person to say that online, but I really see civil war possibility of people in the street rebelling, not like the exact thing that we have had in the past, but I can see that people are fed up. Your question about the social idea and everything, I think that it's coming more from, it can come from that, but it's coming more from the energy of, I want to be responsible for myself, and I don't want to be treated like a child, Page of Cup energy, and submissive.
Okay.
And I think that people are feeling more and more like they're being treated like they're not an adult. And I see that also with like people who have land, and they still have to obey to a lot of rules and permits and taxes, even if it's their land and things like that. It's like, if I'm an adult and I don't do anything illegal, how come I cannot have my own life? That kind of energy of like being treated like less than an adult is going to rise up and bubble up, where we have people joining together, and we have people wanting change because they're not happy anymore. And it feels like there is going to be barricade. It feels like there is going to be community built together to protect each other against the authority. It could be big. It could go really.
It started, I believe, in Nova Scotia, and also they wanted to bring another big manifestation in Ottawa regarding our very corrupted government, and rising in the streets and saying no, because it has been happening in many countries already, that people are getting out in the streets and saying just no, it's too much. And yes, about the digital ID stuff mainly, but also about like more and more laws and regulation, which is kind of what you were alluding to. The government wanting more control, and making it seem like we cannot take responsibilities for ourselves. Okay, so that makes sense. That makes sense. And the other question I had also about Uranus and Gemini is because Uranus can also be social media. Gemini is like some kind of, let's say in the lowest frequency of Gemini can be sort of an ADHD kind of disorder, where you're unable to focus your attention too long on something. So it's really calling for kind of short form content. And I'm wondering if once Uranus enters Gemini for good, which is in April, will most people become unable to watch long form content on social media?
It's already there.
It's already beginning, but like, I'm curious to see, like, is there going to be a bigger shift?
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, absolutely. But it's interesting because in the exact peak of it, you're going to have the opposite movement. People trying to go back to Earth, people trying to go back to it's not normal, but the old ways. So disconnection from the online and disconnection. So there's the opposite movement, doing their own food, growing their own garden. There's both movement in the same time at the peak of it. And for social media, I just want to say that there is going to be smaller like companies that are going to grow, that are not known, because they're going to provide safety of data. And this is not going to be something that big companies are going to offer.
Okay, we'll dive into that next week for sure. Yeah, that's interesting. So thank you for watching the show because we know that this is very precious. So thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. And while you're here, thank you also for giving us a like. It's a very small way and easy way to support the show and Sophie and I. And what did I want to talk about? Okay, let's talk about, okay. So this has been how my backyard looks like almost for the past 3 weeks. I know, Sophie, you're warmer where you are.
Yeah.
A little warmer at least. So there has been lots of snow here, and usually that's kind of not the case for December at least. So I would like to ask the cards, like, what is the purpose of winter on a spiritual level?
Okay.
More on an energetical level / spiritual level.
It's so weird because I was thinking about this yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Because I know someone who lives in Florida now for a few years, used to live in Quebec. And that misses that season, because it's like you're not allowed to slow down in your life if the weather is not allowing you to slow down.
That's so interesting. You know what? Because I have a few friends that are living abroad in hot countries, warm countries, and the three of those ladies have been telling me, "Oh, we'd like to visit you during winter," and I was like, "Why? Like, wouldn't you want to like enjoy the sun here?" And they're like, "We miss winter," and I was just like, "How crazy to miss winter when you're living it and you're like." I know some people do like winter sports. I like horseshoe riding. That's pretty much it. Sometimes figure skating, skating on the ice. But like, yeah, it's interesting. So sorry, go ahead. That was a long introduction. So what is the spiritual purpose of winter? But all of that to say that apparently you kind of miss it when you don't have it for a while. This universe allowing you to slow down, as you were saying, maybe.
Well, yes, but it's another thing to have control over. Okay, how long do I want to stay in the winter, and which conditions?
Right. If it lasted 1 month, I would be totally fine with it.
Yeah, so again, that's wonderful. If it's just 1 month, you go to bed early, cozy, super cute, all right. But when you have to take the bus every morning in the snow, you have to in the sludge,
Like keeping the same busier routine with that is not cool at all. But if you're allowed to like relax more, be more cozy at home, this is cool.
Yeah. Okay, so far I have 3 cards that are very weird with your question. What is the spiritual meaning of or purpose of the winter? We have this card of the mountain, and we had previously the delays, obstacles. That makes sense because it's, again, the slow down. Then we have weird energies of shadow of a doubt and rejection. Rejection says, I will help you to love yourself more. So cocooning, doing the shadow work,
Yeah, because I think like also the obstacle card, which was the card of Capricorn, is interesting because like we're living in a reverse type of world where we're getting busier and busier when it's winter season, when we should be slowing down. So I guess this is why we're meeting so many roadblocks on the way, and it becomes harder and harder because we're not taking that time to look within and slow down, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's not something we can control most of the time, where we work, how far it is, and things like that. And everybody is sick. And Mountain is getting the card of the 5 of Cups. Shadow of a Doubt is getting the 8 of Swords. So a lot of introspection energy. Rejection, which says, I will help you to love yourself more. Knight of Pentacles. So very slow, stuck card of, okay, it's like a retrograde season. It's you go, you reevaluate, you introspect, and then you can help to move forward. It's a time for grieving. It's a time for processing anything that you didn't have time to process. The problem, like you said, is that we now have Christmas that is in that season. It didn't used to be that. It didn't used to be about coming together and spending a lot of money and blah, blah, blah. So we have that is forcing us against the energies. It's nice to see each other, of course, and celebrate, but there's an aspect that is not natural. And the slowdown is amazing, but yeah, if you work and you have deadlines and everything, it could be not so good.
Not so great. Yeah, you're so right. Okay, let's move to something that happened, I believe, yesterday. So Spotify, which is probably the app, that music streaming app that's the most popular, I would say, worldwide, probably. And it said that they had like a major outage. So millions of people weren't able to stream music, which seemed to be a big deal. And apparently this is the 3rd time it happens this year. But yeah, like I'm wondering what's responsible for that outage. Is it something that's kind of normal, or is it that it's signaling something bigger?
Jekyll and Hyde. Singing in the Rain, and Victim, and Justice. Those cards so far indicate something like they were hacked and they shut down the system in order to not be hacked more. And there is the legal question. So I think that either we're not going to know that it is linked to a hacking because they don't have legally to tell us. And I think companies have 3 months to tell us, or banks have 3 months at least to tell us if they are being, if the data is leaked. So I don't know for Spotify, but for me, that's what I'm seeing. It's to stop the hacking.
And could it be like, could it have a link somehow with the music industry and the legal aspect of what's going on with the PDD stuff and everything that's being revealed, like with the documentary that just came out, or like maybe different artists that are being linked in this legal case? I don't know.
Well, we do have Singing in the Rain, so that talks about the music industry. We have 8 of Cups, 9 of Cups, and the Emperor with this. So I think that they use that period of time to tweak things in the background, but I don't think it is linked to more. When I say tweak things in the background, I think that there is increasing level of artists that wants to leave Spotify. And I think that there is people that wants to create their own new model or things like that. Yeah. So I don't know what they did, but I'm seeing things being done in the background during that time also.
Okay, that makes sense. Also, like reviewing agreements and yeah. Okay. Big news item here. So Hollywood director Rob Reiner was found unalive along with his wife. So that's a very tragic accident. So our condolences to, of course, themselves, their family. And here we can see that their son, Nick Reiner, has been arrested for that deed. Let's just say that. So there is kind of what's the word? Conflictual informations that are coming out about this. So some people that are saying that he was a wonderful human being. Some other people are saying that it's the result of their actions during their life. So I'm kind of wondering, what was the energy of that Rob Reiner? Like, was he fully with the dark cabal, or was he a light, like some media are saying?
So far, it's good. I have the Miracle card. Company she keeps is the wife. We have Expectation, Needs, and Completion reverse. That for me means that this is a person that was not a narcissist. Then we have the Mirror. For me, that's good. Stock, Cancel, Reverse, and Ruthless. Ruthless is not good, but we'll see quickly. What is his energy before his passing? They're all reversed. Okay, the High Priestess. So we do have a deal in the background for the success. That's there. With the Sun. Yeah. So we do have a deal in the background. That goes with the card of Miracle. For the success, we do have a deal, and with the wife.
For the success, you mean the succession, or
no? The success in his career.
Okay, but what exactly for the success of his career? In the sense that they wanted the money.
I'm asking about his energy before his passing.
Okay, I just don't get the link between. Yeah, I'll let you finish. Maybe I'm too quick, and then I'll.
So. Did you just wanted to know about the energy of his passing, or do you wanted to know about his energy, if he was a good person or not?
His energy.
Yeah. So okay. He made a deal for his career in a background.
Ah, okay. Because like I was confused because I heard his son, and then I jumped to like
no, the Sun.
Oh, the sun, this sun. Okay, so he made a deal to be successful.
Yeah.
So now I get it. Okay, sorry, I was like SON instead of SUN in my in my mind.
It's okay.
Okay, we're back on. So
Okay.
he made a deal in order to be successful with the dark people.
Yeah, magician. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
The wife, she Queen of Swords. She was not into the darker stuff. She was there. Maybe she did a deal also, but what I'm saying is that she did not want to be involved with that kind of evil stuff. So she wanted him to be out of it. She wanted him to be in the good energy. We have the World, the Fool, and the Queen of Swords. So for me, that's a person who wants to be outside of the elite, that wants to have nothing with it and to speak your own mind, Queen of Sword energy. So a good influence for him. We do have 8 of Swords and 7 of Swords that are coming through. So for me, he got stuck in that life of like, I want to get out, but I need to stay in. So far, it's showing me a person that is trying his best in that world. Let's see quickly for the rest. Stuck devil. Okay. Yeah. He was stuck in all of this. And we have ruthless. That card, I need to show it to you. So we have stuck and we have the devil. So again, it talks about this conflict where he wanted to get out but could not of this world. And we have the card of ruthless, power and money. And we have the death card. So his demise, it's because he didn't want to be fully into that world. And because of it, they took charge and through the son or somebody else took charge on unaliving him because he didn't want to be fully in this world.
Ooh, okay. And can we ask if it's truly the sun, SON, who did the deed?
7 of Pentacles, multiple people involved. 3 of Pentacles. The sun could be involved, but it's not alone. It's not the only person.
Wow. So as many people in that that world, that movie world, music world, who kind of sold their soul for success, to be part of that big machine, at some point they're like, not sure anymore, but maybe I want to keep the lifestyle, I want to keep the recognition, but like I'm not willing to play the game as much as I did. So they're trying to get out, and then stuff like that happens.
But he saw too much. So he needed to pick a side. He didn't want to. And what we see here, I know it's very small, but we have the child here, the 6 of Swords, and we have the Tower, and we have the Star. So I think that the sun wanted to be in that side, the bad side, and play the part.
Oof. Okay. Well, thank you so much for letting us know a little bit more about the situation, because this just happened and I know it's been taking a lot of people by surprise. Let us know what you think down below. And of course, we're not listening to anything else. We're not watching the news. We're not listening to other people talk on this subject. So this is what we're getting from the cards intuitively. So thank you so much, Sophie. Okay. Next question. Let's ask, and I think this is a good one. If I can find okay, here we go. In what roles or careers will we need the most light workers in 2026?
Let's use your oracle for the first card. Hey, it's me.
Nah, I love it.
Fortuna, your fate is changing, timeline shift. So any career of helping people navigate big changes.
That's so cool. You know what? Because when I did the pick a card, the last pick a card that I did, and I'm going to try to show it, I said exactly that to one of the groups. This one here. What does your soul want to experience in 2026? And I think I had your card too, if I'm not mistaken. And I said like one of the piles had something to do with like helping people change as a light worker. Yeah. That's crazy. Okay.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be, of course, we say that all the time, but I just want to make sure that everybody here knows it. It doesn't have to be a light worker in a sense of doing readings. There's all kinds of career or personalities that are going to be doing that role. Yeah. For people. You could work at Walmart and be an amazing light worker, helping people navigate change in their life. It doesn't have to be your full-time career, but it is a vocation of like, this is what I am, this is what I emanate, this is what I speak about, and this is what I share with others.
Yeah, like serving in the best way possible with your energy, your gifts, and it can be, like I said, a role or a career. So not necessarily a career for everybody. Okay, and I think we're going to, first of all, remind everybody that if you'd like to get on the list, on the Christmas list of Sophie, this is your chance to do it. So if you'd like to book your prediction personal reading with Sophie, so she's going to send you a 30-minute video with your oracle and tarot card reading. This is a private video link that you'll receive, and you can, of course, watch it over and over again, so you can have the very best preparation to go into your 2026 year, and to be in the best way possible to manifest like the highest timeline in your reality and to be empowered in that manifestation process. So we have a 20% off, which is going to be until December 31st only. And if you're interested in that, we encourage you to book as early as you can so you can receive your reading as early as Sophie is able to do all the readings, because so far we've received, let's say, a couple. So thank you everybody for your booking. Sophie, anything else you'd like to add on the 2026 predictions?
So it's always the most weighted reading of the years. Well, we did last year, but I know that this is something that people love. I don't want to rush through it. I don't want to do it when also I have depleted of energies. So that's why I really encourage you to start booking yours right away, especially with a 20% off. That's so good. I will do like last year. For those of you who have sent me beautiful comments, thank you so much. So I take a few cards of oracle to tell you what are the main energies, the main area of your life. I also give you your totem of the year, the energy working with you during this year, and I tell you how to activate it in your life, and just overall what is going to be present, how to get ready for it. So this is always absolutely fun for me to do, and I cannot wait to read yours.
Awesome. So again, the link is down below to take advantage of the 20% off, which we're doing only once a year for those readings. And lastly, this is the schedule for the week. So this is going to be our last regular type of schedule in terms of shows. And tomorrow I'm going to post a show, an astrology special on the new moon in Sagittarius, which is going to be super interesting because it's falling right on the galactic center. So we're going to talk about it in terms of spirituality as well, of course. And Thursday night, we're going to have the January predictions for all 12 zodiac signs. So you're all set for the next month. And we're going to keep rolling with the 5D shows every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, like this one, for the next 2 weeks. And then on January 5th, we're going to resume our regular schedule. So we hope you guys have an amazing week of preparation for whatever you're doing during the holidays. I guess you guys are also very busy. Let us know in the comments what you thought about the show, if you had any specific comments to make. And we're always happy to read you. And also do make sure you like if you enjoyed the content of the show. It really helps the channel grow. And also do make sure you are subscribed because we're going to come out with more of those interesting shows. So thank you, Sophie, and thank you everybody for being with us. We love you very much, and we'll see you very soon.